Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany, your friendly plant loving internet stranger, back with another video. It's Sunday. I just got home from the farmer's market. Before I get into the produce that I got this week, I want to show you these flowers that I picked up. You know me, you know I love the peonies. I actually picked up these peonies from a different vendor than the ones that I normally show. These were such a treat, a lot more affordable, and no shade to the place that I normally pick the flowers up from. I just am trying to branch out a little bit more now that I've been to this particular farmer's market a few times, and I'm like starting to explore all of the vendors. Other peonies that I had shown previously were from a flower farm. These are, I actually don't know, I actually didn't even look at the name of the farm stand that I got these from, but they were a lot cheaper. They had a lot of flowers, so I need to figure out like exactly what the name of that place is so I can look them up on social media to see if they're actually just like a greenhouse or a flower farm. But today they had a ton of really pretty bouquets. The bouquets were like 20 bucks, and then they had these peonies. These are all single stem. They were $3 a stem, so I just made my own little bouquet. And I wanted to get peonies that were primarily closed. People are doing their lawn care now, so hopefully you can hear me. I wanted to get a few peonies that were closed-ish so that they would open over the course of the week. But I did get one that was pretty open. Honestly, I feel like this has opened up a lot since I just picked it up about an hour ago. And it is sat out for probably like 45 minutes without water. So I need to get them in some water. And then I got some Canterbury bells. I think that's what these are called. So pretty. I actually got these from another stand, a different vendor than the one I got the peonies from. A person that I've never seen their stand before, but I saw it today, thank goodness. And they were kind of like tucked away, and all of their bouquets were like $15, which is a really great deal and significantly cheaper than what you would pay at a florist for a premium bloom like this. And also these were like some of the cheaper flowers, like bouquets, that I saw at the farmer's market today. These are so pretty. I got the lighter purple ones, but they had a really dark purple. But I'm so pleased with these. I was getting so many like people complimenting these flowers. People who had already purchased flowers from other stands were stopping me like, where did you get those? But yeah, anyway, these flowers are so pretty. I'm gonna get these in water because they're starting to look a little droopy, and they're so gorgeous. I think these might be my bedroom flowers. I don't know, I always say that. I always, you know, try to determine which flowers will be the flowers that I see when I wake up and go to bed. I'm happy with these this week though. I'll say about the bouquets that I have been getting from the flower farm. They wrap them up in paper, and the paper is pretty high. Like this person, they didn't wrap the flowers until I picked out the bouquet that I wanted, and then they wrapped them for me. The flower farm stand, they're usually already wrapped, and then sometimes when I pull them out, once I get home, I've had like this has happened a couple times, I've had like a broken peony or something. I don't want to spend money on like a premium bouquet, a bouquet with premium blooms, and then I unwrap it and they're broken. So I was happy that these made it. And yeah, we'll see where I put these. Let me go ahead and get these together. I can do like a little it's not an unboxing, but another little haul, because I picked up something this weekend. I went to the hardware store and I got myself a new, what is this? This is a bypass pruner. Is this the best one for what I needed to do, which is basically like clear the stems of the flowers? Maybe, maybe not. It was the cheapest one. It was on sale. It was small and compact, and it seemed like I'd be able to grab it easily without hurting myself. So this is what I'm going to use. It says it's green growing branches cut up to 1/4 inch diameter branches. I mean, I'm not like chopping up trees or real branches or anything. These are not the thickest. I've had some that are a lot more woody and difficult to cut with my old pruning shears, so I wanted to get some other pruning shears, and the one of the pairs that I have now is an Ace brand, and I like them. They're just a little small for what I need at times, and they don't always cut through the stems. So right now I'm trying to figure out how tall I want to keep these Canterbury bells. And I have a few vases. I'm gonna do clear vases this week. I think I want to keep the stems pretty long on these, but not like absurdly long. So I have this tall, slim, cylindrical thing. I could keep them like kind of like that. I mean, I'm gonna cut them down because this is kind of a longer, the flower has a longer profile, so I don't want to make it too short. I think it might look a little odd if I do that. Look at these, they're so beautiful. So pretty. I would love to have these growing in my flower garden. You know, I wrote the name of these down and added them to my flower garden wish list. Yeah, I think this is perfect. I think I'll keep these tall just because this is kind of the way it grows. I think it'll look better than if I cut it super short. These are so pretty. Honestly, when I was walking and I had the two bouquets like lined up next to each other, the peonies and the and these bells, it was a vibe. I think that might have been why I was getting so many compliments. It was because these flowers are really pretty, but like when I had them up against this, it was kind of a nice surprise. So let's see if we can make something work. I'm just gonna cut a tiny bit at the bottom. I'm gonna leave these stems long. I'm gonna get these in this vase with some water. Okay, they're moving around a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. So freaking pretty. Because they're so, I think, a little top heavy, it actually doesn't look bad if they spread around a little bit. I didn't intend to do a video today. As soon as I got back home, I felt a little, you know, I was in a good mood. I felt encouraged. Do I want to put these peonies in here with these? I think it might be too much, y'all. They were cute. Don't get me wrong. They were cute when we were all walking down the street together, leaving the farmer's market. But like, it might be a little bit much to have them in there. Have them in here with this. I'll just do one as a... I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Maybe we just gonna do that this week. Maybe we'll do peonies and Canterbury bells this week. Or maybe just two. Maybe just a couple. Because I don't know if I want to put all my peonies in here. And because I decided to use the long vase, I'm probably not going to put these in my bedroom because that would just look odd on my dresser. Or, you know what I could do? I actually bought peonies that were tightly, like really tightly closed, like buds, on Mother's Day. And I have them right here. I need to just change their water and clip the ends a bit. But y'all, look at these. These flowers are 2 weeks old and they don't stink or anything. And again, like, I still have two little buds that haven't quite opened. These are a really pale pink. Hopefully you can tell. I think you could probably tell. But yeah, I bought these as individual flowers. I don't remember which stand I got these from. They started to open up this week, I think, this past week. And they're still looking beautiful. Like, they're still in great shape and are just starting to like show up to the party, you know. So this actually might be, these might be the bedroom flowers this week. Maybe I'll keep these in the living room. Here's another really pretty one that was kind of closed. I'm glad I know that this spot is over here now, like this particular flower stand I went to, because I saw people over there in the corner picking through the flowers. I didn't realize they were picking the flowers because they had them set up, you know, like pick your own blooms. I thought they were just picking out whichever bouquet they wanted. So now that might be my first stop. The next time I go to the farmer's market is stopping over by this place so I can get first dibs on all of the blooms that I want. They had a really light, like peachy color peachy pink colored peony, and they were a lot more open than these, and they were also selling them, I think probably for $3 a stem. And I saw a bunch of people like making the most beautiful bouquets with them, but they looked like they were going to fall apart as soon as the wind blew. One of them I want to put in a little bud vase on its own. I'm trying to decide which one. I might do this one in the bud vase. I have different color themes with my flowers. My favorite color combination for my flowers are a pink, a true pink to a hot pink. So like this fuchsia, and like, you know, this is not really fuchsia. Do you see the one I'm pointing to? But this is like a true pink. The one in the front is like a true pink. Light pink is fine, but I prefer the more vibrant pink flowers. So I'm just now starting to get into purple flowers, which I'm not mad at. Again, like I had the irises, I've had the hyacinths, which were more honestly like a lighter blue color, but these Canterbury bells are a light purple. They have some really dark purple that I almost got. I'm gonna get water in these, and then I'm gonna show you the rest of the stuff that I got this weekend. All right, so over my shoulder you see the little bouquet that I just put together. Not my best work. It's honestly just in the water so that the flowers don't die. They're just so beautiful that I don't really care how they're arranged. I just want to look at them. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to leave the peonies in there with the Canterbury bells. They even look cute in the background and they're blurry. So I've eaten most of my produce from my last few farmers market runs. The strawberries that I showed in the Mother's Day video lasted me like a week. I just finished the last of those up this week on like Friday, I think. So they lasted me about a week, and I put them inside of an airtight container. I put all of my produce, like my fruit, berries, and leafy greens in those things. And I mean, I have berries that last for weeks. Now, there might be a little effervescence on the berry. I had some blueberries last year that lasted me like 3 weeks inside that container, no mold. When I went to finish the blueberries at that 3rd week, they tasted a little, you know, like they was about to start fermenting. So I'm going to continue to put all of my berries and anything that looks like it might wilt or go bad fast in the refrigerator into those containers, especially when I have a ton of produce in the refrigerator. Just kind of helps keep everything fresher longer. And I also happened to go to 2 different farmers markets this weekend. One was a little smaller. It was kind of an impromptu trip, but I'm glad I went because I ended up getting peaches. So this is a white peach. I don't know, I'm trying to be like more conscious of who I'm buying from at these markets, because it's not peach season where I am right now, but it is peach season, I guess, in like North Carolina or in the Carolinas right now, perhaps. I ate one of these peaches yesterday and it was okay. It was a little tart, so I'm gonna let the rest of these peaches sit out a bit longer, even though they feel soft to the touch, so probably not too long. Or I might end up, for the white peaches especially, I'm gonna put those in matcha, because I love a good white peach matcha. So good. Just like what I did with the strawberries that I mentioned, and I ended up blending those up and making a strawberry puree and then putting them in my matchas, and they were really good. I did get some spare ribs because I want to make those. I like buying my meat locally. I don't eat a ton of meat, but when I do, I prefer to buy it and know where it's sourced. If I can buy it at a farmer's market and know that, like, you know, it just came from a few miles down the road, that's my preference. I'm happy. I was really looking for ribs because I'm about to make me some crock pot ribs tomorrow to celebrate the holiday while everybody else is out grilling. I was really glad that I was able to find ribs, and I actually was looking at some of the other like butchers that were at the farmers market to see like what they had, just so I know, like, okay, if I need to get like ground beef, if I need to get this or that, I can find it at the farmers market too. I want to start making my cat's food. I don't want to just give her any old random meat, so I'm gonna start researching that and looking for like animal organs. That sounds so unappetizing to say it out loud, but I think she'll enjoy it. So to go along with the ribs, I also wanted to make a potato and a leafy green. Not sure if it's gonna be like a salad. Probably not a salad. I'm gonna just, this is gonna be like an all hot meal. Or I was thinking about doing a pasta salad, which I can still do. I need to figure it out before tomorrow. Or maybe I'll do both. I might do the ribs, a potato, cooked in whatever way I'm going to decide to cook it. A leafy green, probably a pasta salad because I have some farfalle that I want to use and some herbs. So that could be good. So I got some beets because I love beets. And really I got them for the beet greens. I got some golden beets, which are these, and then some regular old red beets. Both of these look great. They smell like dill. I bought dill too. And you can tell that I really just bought the beets for the beet greens because look at how small these beets are. Oh, they don't look as small on camera, but they're pretty small. I'm going to eat them. And then for the leafy greens for my dinner, my Memorial Day dinner, I'm probably going to just have these beet tops and saute them. These beets look a lot more substantial. Look at how beautiful these are. My goodness. You can tell the size difference. Maybe you can't, but both look super yummy. And I cannot wait to eat those. Y'all know I love me some beet greens. If you didn't know, now you know. I really like this French breakfast radish. And I know that this is not, I know that this is French breakfast radish. That's so unnecessary. Like, what? I know these are breakfast radish, but I have also had tacos that have radish in them. They give you like little slice radish, but I don't think it's a breakfast radish. It's just a regular old red round radish. Anyway, these are good. Ooh, I could put them in my pasta salad too. I also knew I wanted to get some red onion. I don't usually see red onion at the farmer's market though. I don't know if that's something that grows in my area, but today I saw some. All of that to say, this entire plant is going to be consumed. These green onions are pretty cool. I've never seen like the variegation on these before like this. It kind of looks like aloe vera. It's not at all. It's like clearly a green onion, but just the color and what I'm saying, it looks like aloe vera. And it's not like a fungus or anything. It looks like it's supposed to look like that because I was like, is something wrong with it? No, it's not. Or maybe it got like frostbitten or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat them. And the onions are really pretty too, so I think I'm gonna put some of the red onion in the pasta salad. I also got a bag of spinach because I was really enjoying having spinach in my omelets over the last week. Shoot. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I smushed my strawberries. I got strawberries too. I got a quart this time from a different place. Quiet as it's kept. I'm not a huge tomato fan. I enjoy a good fried green tomato every now and then. I'm supposed to be going home pretty soon. My grandmother sent me back with a bunch of green tomatoes last year. So hopefully we'll have some tomatoes that she can send me home with. But anyway, these are really cute. They're primarily orange, and then some of them are like little striped daddies. I don't know the different varieties of the cherry tomato. I'm going to be eating these on their own. If I do get a cherry tomato, I don't mind eating it on its own, especially if I have some little mozzarella balls to go with it. I don't have any of those right now though, and I don't need no cheese. So pasta salad will have the green onions, probably some of the breakfast radish, and then some of these tomatoes. Now I don't know if I'm gonna actually cut the tomatoes up and put them in the pasta salad. I also want some oatmeal with some apples in it. That would be good. I need to make breakfast, y'all. It's almost noon and I haven't eaten breakfast yet. And to go with the pasta salad, I got 2 little cucumbers. These are so cute. Look at how they're shaped. Cucumbers that will also go in the pasta salad. And then finally, I got herbs today, y'all. I got more chamomile, and she must be running pretty low on her chamomile supply because there were only a couple bundles. I have bundles of chamomile that I got from the same person. I'm gonna take the flowers off. They've been drying for a couple of weeks now. I'm gonna dry this one too, but I'm gonna take the flowers off and put them in a container and then make it as tea. And the funny thing is, they had some that was already dried. So it must just be looking a little ugly because these look a little rough compared to the 2 bundles of chamomile I got. But let's just take a moment to appreciate this chamomile. Look at how pretty it is. It's so pretty. It smells really, really nice. It smells nice, but the only thing I can actually smell in all this is this dill. I actually got some dill pickles yesterday from the other farmer's market I went to. So this farmer's market that I went to today is like my produce run. The other one, they sell that stuff too, but it's a smaller market and they're like more prepared foods there. I wanted to get some like kind of a flatbread so I can make like a pita. I got all these nice veggies that I could put in a pita. I don't have any pita bread right now though. I'm gonna put some of this dill in the pasta salad along with the parsley. I'm gonna put some of that in the pasta salad as well. And then I got the chamomile to dry and to add to my tea mixture. I also have mint, just regular old mint and chocolate mint that are also drying. I was looking for other herbs to put in there. She has some sage, but I decided not to get the sage. I didn't think sage would taste good in tea, and I didn't really have another use for it. And then I got some lavender. Oh, this smells so good. I would have preferred a larger. For sure gonna be drying this. I'm gonna dry this. I might make a lavender simple syrup with the stems. I need to figure it out because I really wanna use the flowers for tea or something, but I also wanna like use some of the stems for lavender simple syrup. I did make another simple syrup that I've been putting in my strawberry matcha and it's been really good. My wild card treat item. Now when I go to the farmer's market, I'm always going to get a little pastry or some sort of like wild card fun treat for myself. The rest of the stuff, these are ingredients, right? I cook a lot and I cook most of my meals except for this past week. This week, me and DoorDash went together real bad, okay? Most of the time, I'm cooking food, and so I like shopping locally. I like getting stuff from the farmer's market to prepare, like eating vegetables and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna give me a little treat, okay? So the treat this week was honestly not even like as treatish as I would normally do. Normally, I would get a baked good, and I'm lying because I got some tomato focaccia yesterday. It was really good. I still have some in the refrigerator right now. Put it in the oven and then I had a little, I have this like spicy marinara and I warmed some of that up and I was just like dipping the bread in the sauce. I want to find some really good olive oil because I've been in a bougie like dip bread in olive oil type of a mood. I'm still on the hunt for some good olive oil. They had some olive oil at the farmer's market today, but I want it, but I didn't want to buy it. Have you ever been in one of those spaces where it's like you want something, but you don't want to buy it? That's how I was feeling. I would love to receive, let me say that, let me put it out there. I would love to receive some high quality olive oil so that I can dip my bread in it and so that I can like drizzle it on my food. That would be good for my pasta salad that I'm going to be making, but I don't have it. My wild card item today is handmade jam. I got some red berry rose jam. This sounds so tasty. I need a bread or something to put this strawberry rose jam on. It looks really, really tasty. I don't have any bread to put this on, y'all. Maybe I'll put a dollop in like overnight oats or something, or in oatmeal. Hot oatmeal might actually be nasty. I don't know about that, but maybe it'll taste good in some overnight. Oh, I'm about to do some peanut butter and jelly overnight. Oh, that's gonna be good. The ingredients are organic strawberries, raspberries, cane sugar, rose petals. I'm sorry, organic sugar, organic rose petals, rose water, lemons, and oranges. They had a couple other flavors that seemed really good too. There was like a blackberry vanilla or something, or like a plum vanilla. It was some flavor that I would have never thought to be a jam, number one, but then also mixed with vanilla. And I like to say this is my wild card treat because like I'm not about to sit down and spoon feed myself a whole jar of jam, you know, like it's just gonna be a little dollop and some overnight oats, or if I get some bread at some point this week, which I probably won't. I got that focaccia I'm about to eat, and tomato focaccia is not about to have red berry rose jam on it. That would just be disgusting. But yeah, that'll be a nice little addition to something. Oh, I could, if I make the pancakes, I could do a little dollop of this on there. But I also have maple syrup that I've been wanting to just pour on some pancakes. So many options. I'm really, really excited. I think that's all I got. I'm trying to think if I got anything else exciting to share today. I don't think that I did. I want to go ahead and get all of this stuff put away and edit this video so that it doesn't go out in August because I got backlog with editing. So let me do that. I hope you enjoy this farmer's market haul. Again, I'll be doing these videos throughout the rest of the spring and summer, and as I get a lot of farmers market goodies. I'm looking forward to sharing all of this delicious locally grown produce with y'all. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.